Topics he's expected to trumpet his successes so far, focusing on the economy and health care. This afternoon, I spoke with Georgia Republican Senator David Perdue about one of the other hot-button issues the president will address tonight, DACA and immigration.
The president has stepped out on a limb, and he's basically taken a chance politically by establishing this framework that's not only solves the DACA problem, but moves us a long way toward fixing our legal immigration system by eliminating chain migration, eliminating the diversity lottery, and once and for all securing our border, which would include a wall in certain portions. So I think tonight he can bring us together on this issue. Democrats and Republicans over time have agreed on many of these issues. So I believe with his leadership we can get to a resolution on that.
And we will broadcast the State of the Union live tonight at 9 p.m. and I'll be watching with some of our political experts to give you a full post-game analysis tonight on the late feed.
Thank you. Speaking of political experts, we have one with us right now. We have Emory University political science professor Andrew Gillespie. It's good to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the speech again, the address at 9 o'clock tonight. Do you anticipate it will take on a tone similar to past presidents, be very presidential, or a little bit more of the President Trump we've come to know in office?
Well, my basis of comparison is his joint address before Congress last year. So it's not a State of the Union address when you've first been inaugurated. And so last year his tone was very presidential. It was very staid. We didn't see any traces of Twitter Trump, for instance, in that speech. And so I expect that the tone will be very similar this year.
Do you think that the president will stick to the script?
I think he will mostly stick to the script. I think that his speech will probably look very similar to last year's speech before Congress, and also very similar to his formal speech at Davos last week.
So there's a tone tonight. What about the tone we wake up to in the morning?
Well, I mean, I think that that's always the big question, is that we have President Trump in a formal speaking situation where he sticks to the script and looks presidential, and then we are used to waking up either the next day or a few days afterwards where he's engaged in a Twitter battle with people. And so I think it just remains to be seen when Twitter Trump reemerges.
Fair to say health care, DACA, immigration, and the economy will be the big themes?
I think the economy will be one of the biggest themes. I think he's going to tout tax reform. I think he's going to take credit for job creation. One of the things as I was driving in that I heard was that there's going to be some tough language about North Korea in the speech. And so we just want to see whether or not those predictions actually come true.
We heard from Senator Perdue a moment ago. He will be in attendance tonight. There are those lawmakers that won't be attending, among them Georgia Congressman John Lewis. How significant is that absence and the absence of other lawmakers?
Well, it will just go back and remind people of the debate about President Trump's S-hold comments from a couple of weeks ago. And it sort of represents sort of an unfortunate turn in our public dialogue and other kinds of things. And so there'll be about a dozen members of Congress from what we've heard so far who have chosen to boycott the event. That's a relatively small number compared to the fact that there are 435 members of the House of Representatives who are there. And so I think probably the bigger thing to pay attention to is to whether or not members of Congress wear black in support of the Me Too movement. And then also members of the Congressional Black Caucus will also be wearing pins in support of Recy Taylor, the woman that Oprah referenced in her speech at the Golden Globes.
What to listen for, what to watch for tonight. Dr. Andrew Gillespie, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You're actually sticking around. You're going to stay with us and provide us with more perspective later tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. And again, that reminder, you can watch the State of the Union right here on 11 Alive, 9 p.m. tonight. And you can also share your thoughts and interact with us on Facebook. Benny?